The University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center African American Student Association provided us with the opportunity to hear from Dr. Bernice King on this Wednesday afternoon. Hi, I'm Dave Morris reporting for the Oklahoman at the intersection of Stonewall and Northeast 13th in Oklahoma City, just outside the OU Health Sciences Center. Dr. Bernice King, the daughter of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King, spoke about the intersection of power and love. Before a packed auditorium, she spoke for over 30 minutes.
The MLK celebration is one of our signature events. In the words of the late Josephine Baker, entertainment icon and civil rights activist, we can make all of our dreams come true. But first, we have to decide to awaken from them.
And I want to thank you for continuing to celebrate, commemorate, remember, and activate my father's legacy here in Oklahoma. As I stand here, I stand not just in commemoration of my father, but I also stand in honor of my mother, Coretta Scott King. Everywhere I go, I remind people that but for Coretta Scott King, we probably would not be commemorating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. My dad's definition gets us back to the root of injustice, a lack of love, and a quest for power in and of itself. Our essential fallacy in this nation, and I would say world, is we've turned against love and instead opted for power. For 246 years, which is about 62% of our time now, we were under chattel slavery. But at that same time, it was not just slavery happening, there was a nation being developed. There were systems being put in place. And those systems were based off of this notion of whiteness being first. I don't want you to get quiet on me. Because in the health arena, you know, if you don't get to the root of a cause, you can't cure it and you can't correct it. And the only way we're going to revert this is for us to acknowledge the truth of who we've been as a nation, that there's always been this invisible notion that if you're white, especially heterosexual male, then you are superior to everyone else in this nation. We don't talk about it, but our systems reflect it. Not much has changed in terms of the systems and structures. So today, our greatest challenge is how do we address systemic and institutionalized racism that actually can be enforced by people of color. And so the goal in the beloved community is to win people over, not win over people. And so you have to frame the issue. You have to ask critical questions, such as what I did at the beginning. How did we get here? So even as you're addressing certain issues in your workplaces, in your communities, always come back to, okay, what is the issue? Let's frame it. Let's ask some critical questions. Let's come to an agreement on what the issue is so that when we have something that may come in to take us off track or to divide us as a community, we can come back to this. And that's what was brilliant about my father's leadership. He was able to articulate the issue and keep people's attention on what the issue was so they didn't get off track and they stayed focused and on a higher plane. And that has to happen in today's society. Coretta Scott King. I'm going to leave you with this. She said, struggle is a never-ending process. Freedom is never really won. You earn it and you win it in every generation. And the only way, though, that we can rid ourselves of the darkness is that we have to operate in the framework of light. And that means the intersection of love and power, operating in courage to overwhelm the darkness, recognizing the importance of being vigilant, and disproving something that my father said. Can you believe I want to do that? I do. Everything else that he said, for the most part, I'm there. I love it. But this thing, we must disprove. So one of the tragedies still, and he said that when he was living. So let's fast forward to 2020. One of the tragedies still of human history is that the children of darkness are often more zealous and determined than the children of light. My charge to you, walk in the light. Always be vigilant. Ensure that the motive of what you are doing to address injustice and disparities brings together both love and power. And when we do that together, we will see a more just, humane, and peaceful world. God bless you.
All right, those are just some of the highlights from the speech. Again, Dr. Bernice King speaking at the OU Health Sciences Center today. You can watch that full speech online on our website at oklahoman.com. We also have additional coverage. My colleagues Adam Kemp and Nate Billings were here for print, for writing, and for the photos. You can catch all of those combined on our website at oklahoman.com.